climate change is a real issue. I think probably you wouldn't be here today if you didn't believe that. But there's real everyday consequences to climate change that I think a lot of us are unaware of, whether it's whole islands that people are having to move away from, all of which are people of color, or farmers who can't grow the same crops because the wheat belt is moving. These kinds of things are happening now, the consequences are now, and so it's hard in an event like this to say, well, how can I fix that? And so what I want to talk about today, and what most of the breakout sessions focus on, is what can we do in our daily lives and with our businesses to make a difference? And then what can we do on a consciousness level to change the conversations that we're having about this and to enlighten more people about the issues that are near and dear to us? And so I'm going to introduce Donna in just a second, but I would sort of leave you with a thought that it's a privilege to not speak up. It's a privilege to quietly go about your business doing good. And so I would encourage you to flip that script on its head, and if you are doing good, to share it. And if you are doing good, to encourage other people to do it. And social media is an amazing way to do that. So social media is my job, literally. I teach people how to use social media. But one of the reasons I'm so passionate about social media is it can create relationships that wouldn't otherwise be there. So I would encourage you, when you leave here today, to not just think about what can I do next in my business to do better for the environment, but what can I do better in my business for the community and for the community of color in Tacoma, for the communities of color across the world, and then how can I share about that and encourage other people to do the same? Because I would not know anything about any of this if I hadn't seen other people take these steps before me and do it visibly. So I would encourage you to think about visibility as you're moving forward with the things that you're going to come out with today. So last year we did like a feedback survey at the end of after the event, and we asked people what concrete steps they had taken out of the event. And the first email that I got back was that someone added a pronouns to their signature on their emails, which I thought was super cool. It hadn't even crossed my mind, and so I did that as well. And someone else added land acknowledgements, which I should have done at the very beginning. We are on Puyallup land. It's on the agenda, but I meant to say it as well. That added land acknowledgements on their website, which I thought was super cool. Another office completely removed any single-use products from their office, which is amazing. And so all of these things are so cool, but if you do them in the shadows and if you do them quietly, they have this much impact, right? Like, you not using plastic forks isn't going to change the world. But you not using plastic forks and telling people about not using plastic forks and sharing in your community about great resources alternative to plastic forks, those kinds of things do change the world. So just sort of a prompt on visibility and on taking concrete steps, but then also think of yourself as a little bit as an ambassador, both for sustainability efforts as well as community building, which to me are one and the same.